So, you know how I was saying it was gonna take a whole day to preserve our harvest? Well, it's several days later, and as you can see, most of everything is not preserved. This is just the basil. It took us a whole day just to pick the basil off of the stems. We've been slowly making incremental progress over the past couple days, but there are so many things that inhibit us. Like our freeze dryer can only hold so many trays, and you can only put so much on a freeze dryer at once. So we're doing batches of that. Our freezer can only hold so many frozen green tomato slices, and we can only fit so much pesto in our ice cube trays to make frozen pesto for later. So it's just the space and the modern conveniences we have that we need to rely on that's holding us up. So we have a whole bunch of basil sitting here. This is just the first bucket of tomatoes we've done. We have like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 more that we have to empty, but this one we just began on. And it's taken us, I think, a day or two just to get the tiny bit of top layer gone. We have not done anything with the pumpkins. We need to put them away, and then the ones that aren't ripe yet, we need to set in the sun to start ripening. We haven't done anything with that though yet. Here are all the tomatoes we still need to do. I sorted them finally, mostly, kind of. So we have like the green ones, the non-sorted ones, the smallish ones, more green ones, and then the other colors like the red and orange and pink and yellow, kind of whatever degree of somewhat ripeness. And we only managed to get 1 of the 4 bags of cherry tomatoes picked off the bushes and sorted. And we decided only to pick the red ones because we already have so many green cherry tomatoes. I keep feeling so bad because we worked so hard to grow everything and we failed a lot even in the growing. So like we planted seeds and the seeds didn't grow, and so we just got some of the seeds, and then we were tending the plants and weeding, but then some of the plants got choked out by weeds and some of the plants died, so from some of the seeds we got fewer of the actual plants. And now we're harvesting them, and we only harvested some of our harvest, so it's like we started out with a goal and we had to shrink our goal even more, and now we're shrinking it even more because we gave up on the green beans and the malware spinach and stuff because it was taking too long to harvest everything in time. And now all of our shrunken little harvest is just sitting here, not able to be harvested properly, and the basil is drying out, and stuff is, I don't know if it's molding or it might mold soon. So part of me is really frustrated and sad that we can't do the proper farminess of preserving the harvest right. But I keep reminding myself that the reason we named ourselves the Happy Harvest Homestead is because we fail all the time, we make mistakes all the time, we kill things all the time, and so at the end of the day, we are happy for any harvest. Oftentimes, we don't get any harvest for all the work we put in, like for example, the meat rabbits last year. And I'm just reminding myself that in previous years, we've not had this problem at all, because in previous years, we shrunk from our goal so much that we only had a handful of cherry tomatoes, and some year, no cucumbers at all, instead of too many cucumbers that they're rotting in the fridge. So we're happy for our harvest, even though we're not doing a good job with preserving it, and it's really frustrating. Alrighty, it has been quite a while since the last update, and we're almost done with preserving the harvest. These are our last tomatoes that are beginning to ripen. I didn't realize this when we first harvested them, but the green tomatoes don't always stay green. Some of them are turning. This one used to be all green, but as you can see, it's mostly yellow now, which is the color it's supposed to be, except for this tiny little green spot. And I love this tomato because it's like a little nose. I think it's so cute. Anyways, we're having some success with tomatoes turning red. They don't taste as good as naturally reddened tomatoes, but they are ripening, and that's better than a whole bunch of green tomatoes, because we have frozen a whole bunch of green tomatoes to make fried green tomatoes, but we honestly don't need that many, so it's nice to be able to eat some fresh and as regular ripe tomatoes. But these ones are not really turning out that well. So some of them are ripening and some of them aren't. So after these are finished ripening, then we'll be done preserving the harvest. It took so much longer than I thought it would to get everything preserved, but we finally did. So this is the end of the growing season for us. It feels so good to have such a good harvest throughout this whole year, and then one big last hurrah. Oh, I should probably take these tomatoes in to be preserved. I guess this one's not going to get much better, and the rest of it's kind of squishy, so that's good. 2. And this one's pretty good. 3. They're like really odd feeling and stuff, but it's better than nothing, I guess. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. There we go. That one is going to be in the sunlight more, and then this one's in the sunlight more. That one needs to be turned. This one's okay. This one needs to be in the sunlight. There we go. This little nub needs to be ripened a bit more.